The following is a presentation of the University of Hawaii at Manoa School of Nursing and the John A. Burns School of Medicine in partnership with the Legacy of Life Hawaii. The IDecide project is funded by the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases at the National Institutes of Health.
America loves cars.
It's freedom.
It's status.
It's energy.
Car's looking pretty good, dude.
Thanks, guys, for helping me wash it.
Man, can't wait till I get my license.
At least one of us has a license.
Yeah, and that means my dad doesn't have to drive us to the game anymore.
So you're driving tonight, right?
As long as you guys pay for gas, I'm good to go.
Catch you later.
Hey, sis, what are you reading? A driver's manual? I got my license, you'll never get yours.
Ew, get out of here. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to get my license.
Don't fret, honey. You're going to get that license soon enough. Have you made the appointment for the test yet?
Not yet.
Is that the driver's application? Let me see.
Sure.
Anticipation builds as you think about getting your driver's license. Getting your license in America is freedom.
I guess I should call our insurance guy and find out how we can add you to our policy. Hey, weren't you just 10 years old last week? How is it you're old enough to drive?
Dad,
I hope you know you're going to be helping out with gas.
don't worry. I've been thinking about getting a part-time job.
It'll be great to have another driver to help with errands.
What are you gonna do about this organ donor thing?
What?
Yeah, organ donation. It's right here on the application. It looks like you have to decide whether you want to be one or not.
Let me see that.
Hi, I'm Jonah.
And my name's Kat. Getting your driver's license for the first time is a big deal. I'm sure there's a lot on your mind. Well, we bet that one of the things you haven't thought about is becoming an organ donor.
In almost every state, when you apply for your driver's license, you are going to be asked, do you want to be an organ donor? This DVD is going to give you some facts you need to make your own personal decision. Admittedly, it's a tough topic to think about, much less talk about, but it is one of the many decisions you have to make when you get your driver's license.
No one's going to pressure you into being an organ donor. We just want you to get the facts, learn the truth, talk to your parents, then decide. Before we can even start talking about being an organ donor, there's a word that's hard to say and hard to even think about in your own life. We need to get past that word.
The word dead.
We're not trying to depress you, but the truth is, everybody dies. All we're saying is this: if you decide to be an organ donor, it's going to happen after you're dead. So you obviously need to make the decision ahead of time.
When you apply for your driver's license, you're going to be asked what you want to do. So this video is going to focus on the decision to be a donor. We're going to talk about various myths and facts surrounding organ donation and give you some tips on how to bring up the subject with your parents.
The day will arrive when you finally do go to the Department of Motor Vehicles office to take the driver's test. This is not the best time to think about becoming a donor or to talk to your parents about this important decision.
You need to prepare yourself in advance. Do your homework. Get the facts. Talk to your parents. And on the day you actually take the test, you'll make the decision that's right for you and your family.
Unfortunately, there are a lot of myths and urban legends about organ donation that are very popular, but they are wrong. You shouldn't base your decision on them. Sometimes though, it's hard to tell the difference.
Just how easy is it to know what's true or what's false? Let's find out as we play a little game, true
Or false?
What do you think?
Spiritual beliefs may play a big part in someone's decision to be an organ donor. Many people have heard that organized religions forbid it.
I'd love to be a donor. I think it's a wonderful idea. But I can't donate because I'm Catholic and it's not allowed.
Organ donation is discouraged by most religions. Is this true or is it false?
It's false, and it may be one of the most widespread myths about being a donor.
In truth, the vast majority of the world's religions support organ donation following death.
Hi, I'm Pastor Leo Boji. Can I help dispel one of the myths of organ donation? All world religions, with few exceptions, support organ donation. Remember, the body that you have now, you're not going to take with you to the next life. You only need your body while you're here on this earth. What an awesome gift of love and compassion to help prolong someone's life. If you're considering being an organ donor, contact your pastor or your minister, or call your local organ donor center. There is no greater gift than being an organ donor. It's the gift of life.
Maybe you've heard this. It's about how many people can be helped by one donor.
Hey, what you reading? This is amazing. It says here that one organ donor can help up to 70 or more potential recipients. That's incredible.
Yeah, I know, and it isn't just kidneys and hearts. A donor can provide lots of organs and tissues that can save lives or improve the quality of life for some very ill people.
Wow.
One donor could potentially help dozens of recipients. Is this true or is this false?
This is true. It's amazing how many people can be helped by just one donor.
I'm Dr. Linda Wang. I'm a transplant surgeon. Yes, it's true. One donor can save the life of many recipients. And not only are we transplanting the usual things that you think about, like the kidney, the heart, and the liver, but we're also transplanting many other organs and tissues such as bone, bone marrow, skin, various blood vessels, and even your corneas. So yes, it is true. One donor can save the life or improve the quality of life of many different patients.
Here's another one. If you're a donor, you can't have a normal funeral.
You know, I was talking with my mom about this whole organ donation thing, and she said she heard if you're a donor, there's no chance of having a regular funeral.
Well, I heard that your body gets pretty cut up.
Yeah, I saw on TV how the bodies get cut up during an autopsy. I think they have to do the same thing when you're an organ donor.
By being a donor, you can't have a normal funeral. Is this true or is it false?
It's false. A donor's body is treated with the respect it deserves.
Hi, my name is Duran Tutsui. I'm a director of mortuary operations and a funeral director. Being an organ donor does not stop your family to make arrangements for funeral services with an open casket. It's okay to have an open casket even though you're an organ donor. Our staff will treat your loved one with respect and professionalism.
A lot of people believe that if you declare yourself as a potential organ donor, you won't get the treatment and care you need from the ambulance crew or hospital staff.
No, really. I know a guy who knew a guy whose neighbor's cousin's brother-in-law worked in an emergency room. And he said that if an accident victim came into the ER with a donor card, and if the hospital needed an organ for another patient, well, let's just say they helped him along.
What? That's crazy.
No, it's true.
If they see you're an organ donor, the ambulance crew and the hospital team will not give you the help you need.
Is this true or is this false?
This is definitely false. It is ludicrous to think that being an organ donor means you won't get the treatment you need.
Hi, I'm Kurt Edwards, an emergency room trauma surgeon. Regardless of your status as an organ donor, I can guarantee you that we and the emergency medical service people treat you with the highest level of care possible, expending all resources to make sure that you're taken care of.
As you can see, it's not always easy separating fact from fiction, but it's important to do.
You want the right facts as you think about how you're going to answer that question on your driver's license application. Get the wrong facts, and you might get steered down the wrong road.
Hey, you know that thing about organ donation? When you got your license, how did you answer that question?
Oh, I was so hyped up about getting my license. I don't even remember that question. I think Mom did the paperwork. Why? What are you gonna do?
I don't know. It was just an interesting question. Anyways, gotta go. Have a good one.
As the date of your driver's test approaches, I bet it'll be a hot topic with your friends.
Hey guys.
Hey.
So you're getting ready to take your driver's test?
Yeah, I've been studying for days now. I'm gonna go in tomorrow.
Wow, that soon? Do you think you're ready?
Yeah.
Hey, has anyone else taken their test yet?
Not me, but Daniel just passed it. Just squeaked by. If he had got one more question wrong, he would have failed.
Anyway, did you guys see that question about organ donation?
Yeah, what was that all about?
I saw this thing on the news about organ donation.
Yeah, I know that family. They're in my church.
Their mother was really sick. She almost died. Didn't she get a kidney transplant?
Yeah, and she's doing a lot better now.
She got someone else's kidney. Ugh, gross.
Well, why is it gross?
I don't know, just thinking about dying and having your organs removed.
Well, some good could come out of your death.
Yeah, and if someone hadn't signed up to be an organ donor, their family would have lost their mother.
Yeah, maybe it is a good idea to be an organ donor.
You're probably thinking about that day when you go to the DMV with your parents to take the test.
Mom, what does this mean? What is an organ donor?
Here, give it to me. I'll fill it out.
Organ donor? What should I do, Mom?
That's up to you. Haven't you decided yet?
Come on, hurry up. People are waiting.
When you go to the DMV to take your test, most states require one or both parents to be there with you. Your parents are there to prove your age and your identity. Most states do not require your parents' permission for you to be a donor, but it's just a good idea to discuss it with them in advance. This is one decision you can and should be prepared to make before you go to the DMV.
And because of the seriousness of this issue, it's really important to talk with your family and be sure they clearly know your feelings and your decision. But talking to your family can be awkward sometimes. Let's see what happens.
Hey Mom, you remember that I have to go to the DMV tomorrow to take my driver's test, right?
Yes, sweetie, I remember.
Guess what, everybody? I'm going to be an organ donor.
Way to go, sis. Freak everybody out, why don't you?
If that's your decision, you can't just drop it on your family like that. Let's look at that same scene and come up with a better way to do it.
Thank you.
Have you scheduled your driver's test yet?
No, but I'll check tomorrow and I'll schedule the appointment for next week.
Okay, this is exciting.
You know, there's something I wanted to talk to you guys about. Ever since Joey pointed out that question on the application, I've really been thinking about it.
What question was that?
Well, I need to decide whether or not I want to be an organ donor. I'm thinking I want to be a donor. It seems like a good chance to help people who are really sick and need the help. Remember that family whose mom's life was saved because she got that kidney? Well, it just seems like a good idea.
Yeah, in fact, I've decided to do a report on this for my health class, and I found out that less than 20% of teenagers decide to become organ donors on their license, which I think is lame.
It's not lame, it's a hard decision.
Why do you need your organs after you die? It's not like you're gonna need them, like, duh.
Yes, it's scary to think about anything bad happening to you, honey, but wanting to be an organ donor shows you have a big heart.
You know, I don't even remember this question when your brother got his license. I must have just passed right over it. But it sounds like you've been really thinking about it and have some strong feelings. What made you decide to do this?
Well, I talked to my friends and I thought about it really hard.
When you bring up this topic, you don't want to shock or scare your parents, but this may be the first time in your life when you and your family get to make this decision about organ donation. There are things you can do to prepare yourself and your parents before taking this step.
Set a goal for when and where to talk to your parents about organ donation. Schedule it just like you would a class assignment or homework. Maybe talk to your parents when you're in the car driving with them, going to school or to a soccer practice, especially if it's a fairly short trip, like 5 to 10 minutes.
Another good time to talk is when you have to schedule the appointment to go to the DMV, or when you're discussing car insurance or any rules about you driving the family car.
Maybe you're helping around the house or relaxing with your family, doing dishes, prepping a picnic, or right after finishing a meal. These are all good times to bring it up.
The main thing is don't argue. Just tell your parents how you feel and what you know. If they don't agree with you, ask them why so you can understand their point of view.
Some parents may not even be ready to talk about this issue with you. They may even get angry. It can be scary for your parents to think about this, so do what you feel is right for you and your parents.
Keep it simple. Be sure to focus on the driver's license question about organ donation. Be brief, and most important, be honest.
Ask a family member who can help you figure out what to say to your parents. Talk to an aunt or uncle before you bring it up with them. They can help you understand how your parents will feel. And maybe they would even help you out when you do bring it up with your parents. They could be your advocate.
If you want to be an organ donor, don't be vague. Tell your parents how you feel and ask them how they feel about you being a donor.
If you haven't made up your mind, tell your parents you haven't decided and ask for their advice.
If you or your parents are not ready to decide about becoming a donor, that's okay too. It's not the right choice for everybody.
As you can see, there's a lot to think about. We hope this DVD helps you make your decision.
Remember, find the facts, learn the truth, talk to your parents, and make your decision. I'm Jonah.
And I'm Kat.
See ya.
I got my license and I checked the box to be a donor, and I'm proud of it. Hey, let's go for a ride. I'll drive.
If she's driving, I'm walking.
Shotgun.
So let's go! I decide what happens when I leave this world. I can't take it with me anywhere I try. So I leave this little bit of me for you to take. No, I won't leave it where I'm going, when I'm gone. Yo, you've been studying for months, freedom to test the way. Sitting at your desk, you wait, looking your best today. You did your hair up proper, practice your smile, because the picture on your license gotta last you a while. Pass the eye test earlier, your vision is great. And you talked it out with your parents about the decision to make. Just a little watch, the most can mean so much for some. And with a simple flick of the wrist, the job is done. I decide what happens when I leave this world. I can't take it with me anywhere I try. So I leave this little bit of me for you to take. No, I won't need it where I'm going or when I'm gone someday. I decide what happens when I leave this world. I can't take it with me anywhere I try. So I leave this little bit of me for you to take. No, I won't need it where I'm going or when I'm gone someday. I decide what happens when I leave this world. I can't take it with me anywhere I try. So I leave this little bit of me for you to take. No, I won't need it where I'm going or when I'm gone someday.